What is the most widespread and threatening illness? Some might think it's that hantavirus, which seems to be in fashion. We might even think it could be the influenza, which over the COVID period, the average death rate of the flu deaths curiously dropped to almost zero. And even more curiously, took up the slack again when COVID was given the all clear. Well, it's none of these two. The number one illness traveling around the world apparently is mental illness. Now, we did a podcast a while back about how the young people of today have never witnessed what it is to be like to live in difficult times. Fold like a cheap suit when it comes to needing courage to deal with a discharged cell phone battery, or they didn't get an order right at McDonald's and the other fast food joints, those big fisticle fights in the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Or how about brawls on aeroplanes where there's no escape hatch on mid-flight on an aeroplane? There seem to be people having fights for no reason. All of these examples are very recent phenomenon in the UK. Specifically, PIP payments are made to people with stress of the fear of becoming stressed. There was a report published very recently in the Lancet magazine, the same publication. The Lancet magazine is a medical journal.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's the very same publication that published a false study about hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
Because it was convenient to do so during COVID.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
It was all a lie. The report said that the 12 most common mental disorders are anxiety, major depression, dysthymia, a mild form of depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, which I thought was bipolar. I thought that's what it was.
There is a division, I believe, between
conduct disorder, whatever that is, ADHD, anorexia, bulimia, IDID, or intellectual disabilities of unknown cause, and even a residual category of other mental disorders, whatever that's supposed to mean.
Well, yeah.
Right. In the UK, to get the PIP Mercedes-Benz on the drive, some people wear a mental disorder like a badge. After all, a bit of self-flagellation must be worth it to get that sort of motor in the garage. Long gone are the days of that blue three-wheel cars of yesteryear.
The Robins and the other.
Worse than the Robin, it was little mobility.
I can remember what you were talking about. Yes.
Yeah. We can't have anybody looking to be receiving benefits, as it might flare up yet another mental disorder episode. There is an old joke in Germany that claims only two types of people drive a Mercedes-Benz: a politician and a prostitute. That's the German joke.
Very different.
The joke doesn't carry very well in the UK, as there would have to be a third category of person. So, what sort of person drives a Mercedes-Benz? A politician, a prostitute, and a PIP recipient. Apparently, youngsters between 15 and 19 are favourite to get a mental disorder, with anxiety and major depression disorder taking up more than half the cases.
Yeah.
Also, the most popular place to have a mental disorder is in the Western countries, where people have a much higher standard of living.
Yeah.
So, to me, something doesn't smell right. Could the cure be to reduce the quality of life for these people, so that these people can appreciate more of what they have? Or is it a case of just accepting what the people claim they have and mollycoddle them until they retire?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that all people who might have a mental disorder are just seeking attention and wanting others to look after them.
Yeah, I was going to say,
But at the end of the day, if the Lancet wants to do just that to fit their narrative, once again, I bring the false hydroxychloroquine research paper up, then there's not a lot more that can be said.
Right. Okay. Well, like you, I'll echo the fact that there are genuine cases of
Yep.
of people suffering, and I've seen a few close to me, and generally close, and it's not a pleasant thing to witness. Yeah, I mean, I looked on. Yeah, funny enough, I was talking to a client yesterday, and I was looking just a bit, not seriously. Yeah, it was a subject we are doing, and I think it was Psychology Today or one of the other websites, close to magazine, and they've actually got a whole page dedicated to psychological tests for different things that you can do yourself. I've done a few, and apparently I'm normal. I don't know what defines normal, but I'm normal. Yeah.
I wouldn't have said that, but go on.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, it's funny.
I'll run with you. Go on.
Yeah. Well, okay. They could be flawed. Let's put it that way. And I did make that point to the person concerned. But yeah, you do these. You get 20 questions, so it's not conclusive, and there's nothing like sitting in front of somebody that's a trained professional to decide. Okay. It depends what your threshold is. Now, yes, I see a lot around me now of I used to have quite a it sounds funny, quite a stressful job in the UK. Yeah, we had to deliver projects and things go wrong, and I was responsible for people's safety on sites and things like this. So if you get some idiot who decides to have an accident, yeah, I know accidents can happen, but sometimes there's more than one reason why an accident happened, and things always side with the hidden the one thing you didn't think about, yeah, or you didn't check. So yeah, and I used to go home a little bit stressed sometimes when something used to go wrong. And then you think, well, okay, nobody died, or the scales of things. Okay. There's even, I mean, I did notice on this sheet or this page, there's even a test for fear of climate change. The effects of climate change. There's actually a test to see if you suffer from that. Now I'm thinking, yeah, I'm as concerned as anyone else about the future of the Earth and how we prevent it, and I'm not seeing the right policies at the moment. I'm an advocate to plant more trees and grow more plants, and we got the solution.
Do you want to see how worried the people are about this?
Yeah.
Is that in the UK at the moment there's a heat wave of being the hottest weather since the 1930s. And what do people do? Well, they run to the beach.
Exactly. I was going to say. I was thinking you're going to be more sophisticated than that, but yeah.
I can imagine a lot of PIP recipients are somewhere along the coastline at these last few days.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, and I do agree with you that I mean, yes, we know we live in a country that some people call developing country. You and I know that it's quite developed in places.
Yes, that's right.
And do we have people that may need some attention here? Yes, whatever that might be. But yes, it does strike me that mental illness is a middle class stroke upper class thing, people that can afford it. Yeah.
I was going to say, here in Brazil, there are. Do you know how many mental asylums there are in Pernambuco, in this state?
It's not something I've ever looked at because it's not something I've probably ever needed.
I can tell you how many there are.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one.
Oh, okay.
One. And Pernambuco is about the size of England.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So,
small population.
In terms of mental illness here in Brazil, it isn't common as you might think.
Well, I mean, we do have one or two places near us that do have cases of people that do suffer things. I mean, there's a place within yelling distance of us that we sometimes hear somebody that's having a fit occasionally. And yeah, you do have sympathy. And my hat goes off to the staff that have to deal with this, the people that have to deal with it. Yeah. But yeah, so there's probably one main one, but yeah, I think there's lots of little ones, and yeah, and we know somebody that's rents their house out to somebody that does deal with mental illnesses for the state. They actually rent their house out to the local authorities, who then house people who have mental disorders in it. I don't like using the term disorders, really, but yes, it is. Yeah, it's a problem, but I don't think. I think we have to be sympathetic to people, and I do hold with the fact that, yeah, if we're in a position to help somebody, even to sit and listen to somebody who has a problem. I mean, we always complain about, oh, this one person's always moaning and everything else. Maybe spending 10 minutes with them and allowing them to moan about their life, and then they go away quite happy, is probably the most helpful thing you can do for someone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's called venting off. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
It doesn't make them mentally unstable.
Yeah, and that's the point.
It just makes them frustrated, like anybody.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
this,
I need somebody to talk to. That's not a mental illness.
well, this is what I'm getting to. What's the threshold? I've been accused of wearing my heart on my sleeve by people, former bosses and people like that. I think it's a good place to wear it. I'm not going to suffer somebody that's been an idiot. Yeah, and I've been an idiot at times. You know, you make mistakes, and like you say, and then, yeah, somebody has a go at you. That's life. It is. Yeah, I mean, sometimes there are people, younger people, who moan about their life now and all that, and I thought that used to be a Tuesday morning for us. Yeah,
Who doesn't do that? Come on.
yeah, I know, but moan about their life.
That's not an illness, Mark.
I know, but that's the point I'm making. But it's classed as an illness now. To have this little bit of stress is classed as an illness.
No, you can't. You can't. Come on.
Well, I know I'm not disagreeing with you. It's ridiculous.
No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
if somebody's classing being stressed out because you got up early and
Yeah.
you got out the wrong side of bed
Yeah.
and you know because your alarm clock and you get late to work and you're starting to
Yeah.
moan and groan about that,
Yeah.
that's an illness. Come on.
Well, I agree. Yeah, it's kind of yeah. You go to work every day. I mean, it's when it's like I say, when you see somebody have an accident and you're responsible for the site. That's that is stressful, but it's short lived. Sometimes you go to an inquiry, you say, well, I checked their credentials. They told me they were qualified to do the job. I saw the ticket. Yep. What more could I do?
I'll let you into a little secret. In the UK,
Yeah.
if you claim that you've got a mental illness, if you claim you
Yeah.
ought to, you claim,
Mhm.
and you try and get your PIP, you try and get your they ask you, are you suicidal?
Yeah.
And if you say yes, you get the benefit. And I know a lot of people who are not suicidal, are
Yeah.
a long way from it,
Yeah.
but say that they are. Like
Yeah.
I said, just get that Mercedes on the drive.
I mean, I've gone through the attitude like I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I wasn't going to let the other person beat me. That was always my attitude. I wasn't going to be beaten by, yeah.
Don't let the bastards grind you down.
Exactly.
That's as old as history.
Yeah. And
but that's not an illness. That's
no,
what I'm trying to...
Yeah, I know, but I'm agreeing with you. And it's like, but this is what I'm seeing, and it's like yeah, I mean yeah, and that's it. And the trouble is that someone like me who's probably quite calm and placid all the time, the minute I lose my temper, oh, you need to have some counselling for anger management. No, some people need stupidity management. Yeah, that's it. Some people need. Well, why are people getting stupidity management? Yeah. Yeah, I might lose my temper sometimes. I have a flash temper that, yeah, I mean, it's like the other day when we were having problems with the internet. I was losing my temper over something on the internet, and you were laughing at me. Yeah, not laughing. Yeah, and it's like, yeah,
I was, but yeah. I mean,
you were enjoying it. Come on, admit it. You enjoy it because it's our banter.
That must be a mental illness, enjoying somebody losing their temper.
we had banter and I said, that's it, Steve, I've had enough, I'm off, and all that, and you just stood there and just laughed and smiled. I thought, if I turn off now, he's won. You know, not he's won, but not you've won. But yeah, it's how it was. But yeah, Steve supports me when I grow my temper. Yeah, he told there's some other jokes we have, but
he throws tantrums, people. He throws a tantrum.
Oh yeah. When something doesn't work, I mean, if all I've got to worry about is the fact that my internet and something on my computer doesn't worry about, I must be a happy man, you know. I mean, okay, I need my computer to do my job and everything else, and when it doesn't work properly, yeah, and yeah, sometimes there's compromise with other things, yeah, and we all live in stress. None of us have enough money. None of us have enough anything, yeah.
Look, a billionaire doesn't have enough money, sir.
Mm,
The billionaires are really, a lot of billionaires are very, very tight-fisted,
yeah,
and they don't waste their money. They
okay,
don't never. It's never enough.
yeah. Um, yeah, as I always say, the easy part is getting it. The difficult part is hanging on to it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, one day I saw a few years ago, I saw here in Brazil, okay, we got horse and carts still going about with people doing their
Yeah.
business. And I one day I saw this guy in a horse and cart. He was smiling and waving to everyone. There's a guy in a Mercedes sitting next to him, or where the car was, yeah, the Mercedes, who looked very
Yeah.
miserable, very stressed, was on the phone. Yeah. And I thought, who's the happier?
Yeah.
Forget.
Of course. You look. I mean, I'm not going to
Yeah.
try and
No.
class it as everybody,
Yeah.
but you can see a, a homeless person
Mm,
as happy as a pig in shite.
mm,
You know, it's got no worries.
yeah.
This it's the old it's the old song, the old folk song
Mm,
that I've known for years and years and years. A begging I will go,
yeah.
and the song says, you know, nobody. I answer to nobody. I
Mm,
answer to nobody. Come and go as I please. I
mm,
can do what I like, when I like, how
yeah.
I like.
Yeah. I mean,
Who, you know?
yeah, yeah, everyone talks, so we want freedom, and then we create our own cages, and yeah, and the way that we're meant to perform and act in life, and it's getting worse and worse because um you and I are individuals. We moved here, we're individuals.
Yeah,
We're individuals in the UK. I've been told I'm a one-off or whatever else. I've been, yeah, people try to insult me by saying, "Oh, you're not the same as us." Oh, thank goodness for that. Yeah. Um, I know we all fall into different categories, you know, but um, yeah, I'm quite happy being a bit different sometimes and maybe having a different thinking or way of thinking.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and maybe I was always told I was a problem solver because I didn't follow the herd always. Yeah.
yeah.
And yet we're all getting boxed in to do this. And we've even made it worse with the advent of not necessarily social media, which we covered the other day, but other forms of instructions. Um, you look now at manuals, how to do this, how to do this, how to be this, self-help books that force you into a corner or tell you, you know, you've got to conform to this. Um,
Yeah.
whereas you've got other people that are successful who don't write self-help books, funny enough, who will tell you their life story, and it's anything but normal. What you perceive as normal. Now, I'm not saying what's normal. And they have their stresses. I mean, one day somebody says, "What's it like to be Elon Musk or Elon Musk?" And he says, "I don't like to be Elon Musk sometimes." Yeah. So he's probably been not always happy when he's gone through no end of relationships and everything else and had his
And he's autistic, man.
yeah. Well, is it? Yeah, he's got a form of something. He's on, yeah, but he gets through life, but he's very focused. Yeah. And he shuts out,
Yeah.
no, he's learned to shut out noise as
Mhm.
well, what they call noise. Yeah. He knows the three things he has to achieve in a day.
That's right.
And if you go to him and try and stop him,
Yeah.
yeah, um, he'll cause problems. Now I know what that's like. Well, I had things to achieve, and I had somebody stopping me. I had somebody picking up a document, one sentence in a health and safety thing or something like that. Okay, if somebody it could be wrong, it's not a big thing to go and change it or to put an amendment on it. Yeah. I know right first time every time is what we should be trying to achieve, but that is impossible. Um, in the UK, I'm seeing more and more things fail because more and more people are being constrained to work in a certain way. Um, and it wastes money ultimately. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, yeah,
Coming back to the Lancet thing.
yeah, yeah,
No, I think that the numbers are high because people are using mental illness
mm,
as a lot of people are
yeah,
using mental illness,
cool, yeah. Well,
almost like a cop out, almost like like you said. and I totally agree with you.
Mm.
There are some people that do need help,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
there are other people that need the other help, which they don't necessarily need.
yeah.
Want
Um,
help, they don't necessarily need, should I say?
yeah, well,
And,
it
and it's unfortunate. And what happens is that when they declare themselves mentally ill,
mm,
it goes into the research papers,
yeah,
into
so
statistics, in the statistics.
yeah, yeah.
You see, it's almost impossible that half the people in the UK have a mental illness. Come on, come on.
I was going to say something, but yeah, I won't say it. But yeah, yeah. If you think,
That would make the UK a basket case.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like. Yeah, I mean, there are certainly some interesting characters in the UK now, admittedly.
But an interesting character is not an illness, sir.
No, no, I know. And I always I heard a story years ago about it's an anecdotal story about a guy um who knew that the local well was poisoned, and he used to walk to the local river, a nearby river, a kilometre, sorry, a mile away. Let's put it in proper money, a mile
Yeah.
away. And then he would come back with his bucket of water, and the villagers thought he was crazy because he kept saying, "Well, the water's poisoned. The water's poisoned." Well, all the other villagers got ill, but they kept saying he's crazy for doing that. Yeah, yeah, he knew, and he tried to tell people, and he kept doing this, and he was the one, if you like, who stayed well. Well, because he didn't use the well. But yeah, I just heard that story that and that people, how can I put it? This, yeah, it's like you tell that, oh, that person's crazy, that person's crazy, that person's crazy. And again, when you start reading, you've got social media telling you um, how to behave, what's normal. You're having younger people susceptible, like we said the other day, to these things on social media. And it's like you're saying, I know what you're saying, and now we're rewarding people for telling us or telling the authorities or telling whomever that they have problems. Um, and um, again, if you're going to throw money at somebody for saying, if everybody's a business, if you're going to get money for saying I have a problem, that's good
I mean,
business sense. Yeah,
I have a problem. I have a problem, and so does my wife.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we're,
Yeah.
we're a problem for each other. But yeah, that's yeah. What does it say? Don't take your problems to bed.
I have a problem, and so does my wife and three kids.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I think that I heard that the psychiatric dictionary, if you like,
yeah,
or in the 30s, in the 1930s,
yeah,
you could fit it between. It was really
yeah,
it was like a pamphlet
yeah,
more than a thick book.
yeah.
And these days with the psychologists
Yeah,
or
yeah.
psychiatrists,
Psychiatrists. Yeah.
they keep on adding to this thing, so
Oh,
that if
God.
you act a little bit, if you act a little bit out of this spectrum of what
Mm,
they think should
yeah,
behave like,
exactly. Yeah,
then you'd be added into this book,
yeah,
and so this book is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so when you are not within this this spectrum of how to
yeah,
behave,
yeah.
then you must have a mental illness. That's the
Well,
first thing. And
that's it.
second
Yeah,
thing is that people are so easily
mm,
open to saying that they have a mental illness,
yeah,
especially when they get a couple of £100 thrown at them a week
exactly. Yeah. I mean,
and a murk in the drive.
yeah. I mean, don't know about
I
you.
mean, I don't think I don't think it's very mental to fib to get the
No.
Merc in the drive and
Well, that's what I'm
the
saying.
cash in the bank. Yeah.
If I'd have known about that, hey man, sorry, it mustn't be like that. It's inappropriate,
No.
but yeah, 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 yeah. They're all around us. Can't you not see them? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Keir Starmer is a really good prime minister. Does that? Oh, sorry, bring it political.
No, that's just being delusional.